The Great Pyramids of Giza are the greatest and most famous pyramids in the world. It's a dream to anyone to visit the ancient pyramids of Giza, and usually it is one of the main sites in Egypt in any classic tour. There are more pyramids in Egypt to learn about, and it is interesting today to explore some of these pyramids to learn more about ancient history. Egypt, the land of the pyramids, has more pyramids to show. All of these pyramids are thousands of years old and considered as tombs to different pharaohs and their consorts of the ancient world. The Step Pyramid is one of the famous sites in Cairo, built almost 4,700 years ago in Saqqara. So to start off with the next most recognizable pyramid after the ones of the Giza Plateau, this beautiful one, the oldest Egyptian pyramid to date, the Step Pyramid, which is thought of as the initial prototype for the later smooth-sided pyramids. The Step Pyramid was built for King Djoser, one of the greatest kings of the Third Dynasty. Ancient Egyptians built pyramids as tombs for the pharaohs and their queens. The pharaohs were buried in pyramids of many different shapes and sizes, from before the beginning of the Old Kingdom to the end of the Middle Kingdom. So originally meant as a tomb, this pyramid was designed and built by his great architect Imhotep, The pyramid is built as a step pyramid, 60 meters high and consisting of 6 steps, each one built on top of each other and smaller than the one below. Today, it is considered as one of the oldest stone structures built by man, and the first time the ancient Egyptians would attempt to use limestone. Djoser's pyramid is entirely built of limestone, small bricks of limestone, and not of the best quality, and yet it has remained for more than 4,700 years. So just think that here one is exploring 4,700 years of time. The entrance leads to a colonnade that has 40 columns. Each one is attached to the wall behind. The style is called engaged columns, and they were built to ensure that they would be able to endure the heavy weight of the ceiling. You'll also notice that in between the columns we have a large numbers of little rooms that were created. They once contained statues representing King Djoser as ruler of Upper and Lower Egypt. And the long apostolic hall that leads to an open courtyard, which was used by the king, performing the rituals of a feast that is called the Hebsed festival, one of the rituals performed by the kings of ancient Egypt to ensure they are able to rule the country for the next 30 years. To the right of this open courtyard, Imhotep built a temple known as the Hebsed Temple, so that the king would be able to practice the ritual in the afterlife. And again, this shows how ancient Egyptians believed in the afterlife. While there are other pyramids at the Saqqara necropolis, Djoser is by far the jewel in Saqqara's crown. Located at a short distance from Saqqara, the Red Pyramid at Dahshur was built for the pharaoh Snefru, father of Khufu, for whom the Great Pyramid of Giza was built. The Red Pyramid is the first true pyramid, and it has the second largest base of all Egyptian pyramids. It is around 4,600 years ago, so not very far from the Giza and Saqqara pyramids, you will find the necropolis of Dahshur, home to 3 different pyramids on his list. The Red Pyramid at Dahshur has the largest base, only slightly smaller than Khufu's pyramid. Each side measures 722 feet of any pyramid in Egypt. It is the 4th highest pyramid ever built in Egypt, with almost 160 layers of stone. Significantly, the Red Pyramid was the first successful, true cased pyramid built in Egypt. The pyramid gets its common name from the reddish limestone used to build most of its core, but it is also sometimes referred to as the Shining or Northern Pyramid. Of Snefru's Dahshur pyramids, we have the Bent Pyramid, which was built right before the Red Pyramid. Archaeologists believe that the Bent Pyramid represent a transitional form between the step pyramid and smooth-sided pyramid. The bent appearance is due to its base having a 54-degree inclination, but the top section having a narrower 43-degree angle. There are different theories as to why it was built this way. One was that the builders reached the top. The top section started to show instability, so they narrowed the angle. And another one is that they anticipated Snefru's death approaching, so they wanted to finish the pyramid as soon as possible. Also, a third theory that they were trying to avoid the same colossal disaster that occurred with Snefru's first pyramid, the Medium Pyramid, which collapsed mid-construction. As for the Black Pyramid, that was built for the pharaoh Amenemhat III, built in 1860 AD, around 3800 years ago. The Black Pyramid is believed to be the first pyramid in Egypt that was intended to house both the pharaoh and his queens. It is called the Black Pyramid due to its dark, decaying appearance. It collapsed partially due to being made out of mud brick instead of traditional stone, and partially due to its low elevation, allowing Nile water to sweep into the walls, ending with the structure cracking and sinking into the clay ground. And moving on to the Medium Pyramid for the pharaoh Snefru, built in 2600 BC, which is around 4600 years ago. It is believed to be the second oldest pyramid after the Step Pyramid of Djoser. It was Snefru's first attempt at building a pyramid, and unfortunately not a successful one, as the top collapsed pre-completion. archaeologists have a theory that the pyramid's architect was trying to implement Imhotep's step pyramid design, but tried to modify the original design halfway through. Also, we have the Fayum pyramids Hawara and Al-Lahun. For the pharaohs Amenemhat III, we have the Hawara pyramid and Snoseret II for the Lahun pyramid. Hawara was built in 1860 AD and Allahun was built in 1897 BC. This entry is a 2-for-1. Well, Fayum is one of Egypt's oldest cities and also one of the world's oldest, and it is also home to several ancient sites. While Hawara and Allahun were built at two different times for two different Abusir pyramid, with their shinier Giza predecessors in the background. Built during the 5th dynasty, around 4,500 years ago. And if we were talking before about a 2-for-1 pyramid, Abusir is a 3-for-1. Technically, Abusir is home to 14 pyramids, but only 3 of them are considered the major pyramids of Abusir. They were styled after the Great Pyramids of Giza, but due to their lower quality local limestone casing, they haven't stood the test of time as well as their predecessors.